Another thing is that it's not like when they come, they're like, okay, all right, I'm sorry. No, apology, they won't even apologize.
No.
That's number one. And another thing, it's not like they will say, oh, let me start working immediately. No, they will
relax.
They will eat, gist, give their friends, the tea that happened last night in their neighborhood. They're not like,
I know. She number one.
They will not start, being hostile. Like, man,
you get. Welcome to another episode of Veegilants podcast, where we'll talk civic matters and discuss from other people's perspective. And when I say other people's perspective, I'm referring to everyone who takes out time to watch our videos. You guys, like I used to say, you're the real MVP, and we thank you so much for taking out time to see our videos. And I want to implore you to please do more. Tell a friend to tell a friend to watch our videos. And like I said, you can always drop a comment in the section telling us what you would like us to talk about the next week, and we'll definitely address it. My name is Olaito Babatunde, and I'm your host for Veegilants Podcast. And you know I don't do this alone. I have my amazing partner with me in the studio, and she's no one other than Olaito Adebayo. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you doing too?
How is everything?
Everything is fine. Everything is good.
Really, I think we should start using the Olaitons instead of I'm Olaito Babatunde.
Yeah, I get that. Sharp.
All right, so guys, today we're talking about something in the public service, which is it's not my job culture. Like when you walk into majority of this public service, there is something that you hear the most. It is the word, it's not my job. So when you go to government offices, hospitals, ministries, there's something that they all majorly say, it is not my job. So we're asking today, it is whose job? Whose responsibility is it? And even if it is not your job, is it a bad thing to actually take up that role and do the tax as at that time? Let's assume someone comes in and says, oh, I want to meet the secretary and I need to collect something from this person. These are the things that I need. And you have access to it. Why not attend to that person instead of just allowing us to have long queues of people trying to get a particular document or trying to get attended to in an industry or in a particular office? Why don't you just attend to it? Is it because the government is not doing right by you, or because you just feel like I can't add anybody's tax to my task? And how has this been affecting our country? Who are the people that are really getting affected, and how can we fix it? These are the things that we're talking about today, because when it comes to public service, the people that that I feel get affected the most in all of this are the citizen, and this has caused distrust because the people see the people in these offices as people in government. So when you don't do right by them, it's more like the government is not doing right by them. But yeah, I'm not here to just jump into conclusion. Of course, we're going to dissect it and know what is what. So, Olaito, how did it's not my job culture become so deeply embedded in Nigeria's public service? And what historical or systemic or leadership failure planted and watered this attitude?
Okay, fine. Let me take it from the historical roots. Let's date it back to over time, the military, where people just believe, okay, just give instructions and the next thing is that obey it. And it's more or less like it has just like it's been stamped in our mind to just like stay in your lane. It's none of my business, and that has filtered into what we call this public service space, whereby it's none of my business. As long as I'm not concerned, it's not my duty. And talking about duty, some people even in the public service don't even know their duty. Yeah. Some people don't even know what they are meant to do. It's more or less like, okay, fine, I'm just getting paid at more end. So it's more or less like they don't have anything. They are not accountable. Yeah, let me put it that way, to anybody. So it's more or less like, okay, fine, this is what I'm employed to do. This is what I'm paid to. And even that, sometimes some people don't even do what they are even paid to do. It's more or less like, okay, let me just do and it's more or less like because hard work is not appreciated. Okay, if they don't see hard work being appreciated, they don't see negligence, laziness being
sanctioned.
There's no consequence for that. So it's not like, okay, fine, there's no consequence for laziness.
There's no reward for working hard.
Okay, all right. Can I just let me lounge, let me just
Let me
chill.
just have
So it's
fun.
more or less like, okay, for everybody, it's just like just stay in your lane kind of mentality. That okay, let me just do my thing and let me move on. What will be at the at month end, I'll definitely get my
Get
salary. I'll
paid.
definitely
That's
get
sure.
paid. So why do I want to stress? Let me just do what I'm meant to do and get out. I don't want to like do extra.
Yeah.
Extra means I'm doing
You
too
don't they
much.
do too
This
much,
person, and
yeah.
funny how you might even be doing like at first, that your works they shock you. You like do some like let me do this, and someone will be like, oh
Calm
God,
down now.
calm
Don't
down,
stress
pipe
yourself.
down. What are you doing? And some people even have this mentality that, especially people that are working in the public space. I've gone somewhere whereby I went to collect something. I'm not going to mention them, so you understand. So, and the person was like, "Oh, I'm into tech," and I was like, "How are you doing this and this together?" And the
Together.
next people like, "Oh, government job. Oh, nah, it's just like a side also for
Also,
them. It's more or less like do your job and do this, and you don't have side also. Why is it that most civil servants want to have a side hustle? I understand that everybody wants to have a side hustle, and
yeah.
which is a very good thing. But it's more or less like they see government job as I don't need to put more effort. And I
Effort,
guess
yeah.
that is what is happening. Like that is what is making it bad, making it look bad. That it's more like okay, let me just do this. We've seen ghost workers in all this government office, like they are collecting salaries, they're getting paid for what they are not doing. Like it's more or less like they're not doing anything and they are getting paid. So it has just for everything.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. You'd get to some offices
And
and then you're like, okay, so what are you doing
like
here?
you saw people just
Everybody's
sit.
just sitting
And
down, lounging, gisting,
and
and
what let me reach this particular story. So I went to collect. I really don't want to
okay,
mention him for real.
okay.
So it's more or less like four people were in the office. Yeah, about four people. So one person greeted, I was like, okay, good afternoon. I signed somewhere.
Yeah.
Someone went to pick that stuff for me. Another was one that like typed it into the system. I was like, okay, all in the space of like 3 minutes. I'm like, no, now. So one person actually do this thing. So why would somebody you write a name? Another person will be the
You
one to sign up. I'm
sign,
like, no,
and then
now.
they get paid
No,
for
so
it.
you mean the four of you are getting paid
For this, for one
for
thing,
this?
for something that someone can do in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, in 2 minutes, I would legit finish it. And people were not even much.
Yeah.
So let's say they were even much. I'm like, okay, maybe because of the crowd and all of that. But people were, even if they were much, like it's just too simple. Like the guy was just lounging and just person, like, oh, good afternoon, good afternoon. Sign here. The other person stood up. Take. I was like, no, now.
It's
And you guys
not
are getting paid at
good
more
for,
end. And
yeah.
no, it's a whole lot.
Really, I feel as much as that creates job for people, a lot of
Yes.
people are
Aye.
using it as the means of, okay, let me just use it as my side gig. I've had a conversation with someone that was saying that Shebi Iji, that I don't want to do government job. Government jobs that you will just be getting paid without working, and it just says a lot about how people sees this thing. Majority wants to do, even during NYSC, you hear people say that even if they'll post me to school, let them post me to government school because I know that I'll be the one in charge of my schedule.
Yeah, it's more or less like you won't do anything for
Yeah,
you.
I can
It's just
decide
like
when to go
just
and when not to
lounge.
go and
But
all
it's more or
that.
less like you will just be useless.
Exactly.
That's just
Yeah.
you just be
So,
useless.
but if you don't at least maximize that time, I'm saying for NYSC core members, like
candidates.
exactly. I'll say, yeah, you just find out, oh my God, it's a year already.
And
How
this
did you
is
get
the
here?
year you'll be like, oh my god, it's just a year. Like, let me chill.
After a year, then
and
we
have
dawn
this,
on you.
people have this mindset that I've gone through hell in school. Let me use
Let me
that
just
one.
relax.
My brother.
Sister in Nigeria, you
Don't
want
relax.
to relax. Hey,
So
you want to relax.
so
Are you joking?
So if many workers believe it is not their job, like to go extra mile,
yeah.
what has been the real impact on service delivery, productivity, and citizens' daily experiences?
So if someone is not available, let the
Yeah.
other person pick the task.
Yeah.
Don't just wait for, it is Mr. Adioye that does this. I can't do it when he's not there. Instead of unnecessary delay and people are just like there waiting for you,
That's even
and
the
you
most
can do the
craziest-
exact thing. For example, the story you said that one person is signing, one person is
That
coming.
part
Do
got
you
me.
know that there are times if you go there another time and the person signing is not there, they'll tell you like
Sit.
the person that is supposed to sign for
Just
you is
sit.
not there. Just
Yes.
sit down there.
And you be like, let me just.
Then when the person now gets back and you're like, oh sir, I've been waiting for you. Oh, okay, bring it.
Yes,
And then the
yes.
person you're like, so this is what I've been
No,
here
it's not
since.
like you will sign. You will be the one to write your name inside the book. So they will just turn the paper for you.
So that you can write your name.
So that's one person.
So that's what one person is doing.
That's what
and then they get paid
daily.
So like it just says a lot about how we just neglect work to the other person. If the tax they are giving you is not so much, all you have to do is a pen signature. Why can't you take up all the tasks? And this leads to low productivity and distrust when it comes to the citizens. Because when they come and then you're not attending to them very well, they just feel like everybody is like that. Everybody in government are like this. So
and
it's
more
like
they just have this mentality.
They just have this mentality like everybody in government doing as far you're doing a government job or you are a politician or everything. What you guys are there for is just to make life unbearable for all of us.
Like it's not like when you want to go to maybe like you said a public service place like to do something. Like okay, I'll spend the whole day.
Exactly. And so you already have that mindset. See, especially for let's assume someone that is going. Probably someone is ill and then they're taking the person to general hospital. There's always this mindset like that person will die.
Yeah, and it's a very very bad mentality.
Which is very bad.
Like better take that person to
a private hospital.
Let's just imagine the person died. Like, it's because he went to a general hospital.
People will ask you like, okay, was it private hospital? You say, no, government.
Why did
you intentionally killed that man? That man would have survived this, but but then it's because of the mentality people already have, because they know that when you go there, they would delay you. They will not attend.
The delay is even the most craziest part. And the thing is, it's not like they are not available. And there's this. I don't know. It's not principle to me. Something like once it's 2:00,
we are done.
Should
we talk about rudeness too?
The rudeness is even the top of the chart.
Okay.
And this effrontery, this self-entitlement.
It's more like you didn't put me here. I can act anyhow.
By now, I've not started work.
Exactly.
Come back in the next 1 hour. You will not come back. Sign. Let's now say you are just, the Gen Z kind of. They will first assess you from your head to toe. I'm like, let's say they are with the Christian mothers. Like, especially me that I love knockeries. You will not start receiving lectures.
They will not start asking, which are you a Christian?
Mama, sign. Mind your business. I guess that's why you don't have sign. Let me go.
And the funny thing is, what about the ones that do not even care about you and they're still talking with their partner only for them to say, hey, mommy, kiniko.
They'll be with your phone. Ma, and you dare not say ma.
They'll such a wait. Can't you see I'm busy?
It's not like you just have to just talking, ma. You just have to stay there, respect. And if you don't to me, it's not respect. It's just like you're not doing your job. But because they are the other ones and all of that, you won't be. Some people will talk. And we are meant to talk. And I feel that it's because our culture, we let it infiltrate into maybe business world.
And that's why we take bullshit and allow people to do bullshit.
There are some people you're meant to attend to me, not talk to. You don't you have mothers that, bro, I get mama for us.
But my mom would
you're meant to just do this. But and it's more or less like laziness. It's just
moving
all around.
I feel like let me use that Yoruba adage that says ogota owala rakwe. So it's not like they already know that the government to pay them, the government will not owe them. So either they do the job or not. I think I heard of someone who is trying, she wants to retire and all that. And then this process has been taking. Normally, the process is supposed to take the last 6 months of when they would be retiring and all that. And the process to collect their first letter. Even the 6 months don't clock. They've not collected first letter.
Even the money parts, the pension parts. Some people will not collect pension for
and yet they are not able to get.
So imagine you serve the government for 35
years. Some
years.
have not collected pension for the past 3 years and they've retired for the past 3 years. What about that? What and how do you expect these people to survive after serving the government for 35 years?
They don't even care. And
it's
not your fault. If you don't want to do it, then just leave. That's just it.
So, does the persistence of mindset reflect poor leadership and broken system more than individual laziness? We talked about the fact that it's more about them being lazy, and how do bad incentives, low pay, and lack of accountability keep this culture alive?
Let me talk about the low pay first. Low pay is more or less is a morale for you. When you're getting paid with a reasonable amount of money, there's this kind of this
willingness.
Let me do more. Unless you are just this self-entitled person. But if you know that, oh my God, they are paying me well, let me do this job. Let me even go extra mile. We've seen people
For
go
them.
extra mile very well on because of okay, I'm getting paid and all of that. So, but when you're not paying somebody well, how do you want me to be productive? You're not paying, and apart from the fact that you're not paying me well, you are owing me money. At month end, I'm not expecting May salary. I'm expecting maybe like January salary. How do I want to be productive? I'll
That's
just
true.
come to work, do whatever I can do, then leave. And the only reason most people are there is because maybe they don't have,
Other
another job.
means,
But
yeah.
so it's more or less like low pay doesn't even like it's breeding this culture. Another thing, accountability. Most public service environment,
Personnel.
they don't have somebody they're accountable to, even let's say they have, they will definitely have, because the structure of an organization. It's more or less like they've anti-zone brother, like anti-zone uncle zone them, sister
yeah.
me here.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, so sister me won't be able to do something to adopted
Aburo
daughter
me.
aburo me.
Yeah.
So they won't be able to like do something like now aburo me do this. No, they've imagine sister me and aburo me are in the same corner drinking pap. So it doesn't even make
How
sense.
do you correct
How
her
do
that
you
you're not doing your work? You're supposed to be working now.
the accountability level is more or less like, I know somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. Okay, what happened to, okay, let's say they are even meant to transfer them to a particular space to go and
Yeah.
work. And because they know Auntie Me, or they know somebody, have a long leg, and you see them, they will still be, some people will be in a particular maybe organization, and they are meant to reshuffle, maybe move them. They will be in that particular space for a very long time. So it's more or less like, I won't say we are the one doing ourselves, but it's more or less like you don't have anybody accountable to, or the person that they're accountable to is, trying their party. That's just it. So low pay is a whole lot. Imagine somebody that you're paying 50,000 naira in a month, and you want that person to be productive, and 50,000 naira for, let's say, maybe a job that is worth 200,000 naira.
I think I would also say low incentives too. I'm very big on motivation.
That's
as a
no,
person.
see, like it goes a long
Like
way.
when you motivate your staff. And sometimes I used to say that it is not about giving extra cash. Sometimes it could be just putting their plug on the wall for that month.
Okay, and now that we even have this social media, oh my god,
exactly, in my department and all that.
It's something, it's an achievement.
Exactly, because they are able to show their kids that, oh my god, look at this, I got celebrated at work. And then teach their children like, okay, it's good to be hardworking, it's good to be diligent, it's good to put in effort, because this is a reward I got from it. And like I used to say, it's not about giving them money. Most times it's about appreciating them. When your staff is doing good, appreciate them. Oh, well done, you did extremely well this month. I think there was a time I had a friend that I didn't even know about that conversation. So later I was telling someone else that, this month at my place of work, they really said I did well. And I could see the excitement in his eyes. Like, okay, I did so well. My boss really motivated me. Was like, oh, I did well and all that. And even if you ask him how much did they give you to motivate you and all that, it might just be 5K or so. But the fact that his work was appreciated, he was so excited.
It will motivate you to do more.
That's just it. So because you want to get appreciated all the time, whenever you do something and they reprimand you, be like, oh my god, I think I should do better. I don't want lapses next time. So even in government offices, giving incentive like, oh, this person did well this month.
I feel they get bonus like
when they do well, right?
I don't know, but they have this bonus and all of that. But it's more or less like they owe bonus sometimes.
Yeah.
Like Christmas bonus, bonus. They still owe you sometimes. So it's more or less like, okay, fine, what's not the essence of this that you guys are giving?
And I feel like this Christmas bonus and all of that you said is just a means of telling them that, okay, we're celebrating with you.
This is a package
have
for
this,
you.
Have sweets, even if it's sweet. Just give them.
Rice.
Give them. Okay.
So when public servants treat citizens with indifference because, it's not my job, it's not your job, how does this shape public trust in government and institutions?
Okay, so I think public trust is built through everyday experiences, and an average citizen cannot meet the president or governor of a state or senator.
By chance.
Or it's always I think there was a time that I was going to Oshobo, and then there were like lots of vehicles passing, and they said, oh, the person in that vehicle is a politician. Of course I didn't see him, right?
But
they just said it. So it's more like these people cannot meet the people in government all the time, but they can meet you. I mean, people in the public service sector, like the personnel working there, they can meet you, and you're like the representative of the government. So we're in a country where insecurity is there, inflation, everything is looking like it's going wrong. And then people that are now close to you, that seem like the government, that are close to you, are still treating you bad. It just tells you, like, see, I feel everything in this country is bad, because now when we say that, oh, there is inflation, there is this, there's that, we can account that to government, right?
Yeah.
But now when we say that, oh, you go to a government hospital, you're not getting treated well,
We
people will still account it to the government,
Yeah.
because it's more like the people you put there,
are not performing
they are not
well.
performing well. Why are you not coming for regular check to see if they are doing well or not? We've seen governments whereof they will send in people to go to a particular organization and pretend
Yeah.
to, like, you pretend to see how they really treat people over there. For example, you can take in someone and say that, oh, the person is sick and all that, to a public hospital, and see how they attend to that person.
The way they attend to that person, will be like, oh my god, so this is how you guys treat
matters
people.
really. So you get to know that, okay, this is how they do here, and then they will just see memo. Okay, what's going on?
How did this happen?
How did they know this? That is you taking accountability on those people and letting them know that, okay, you're not just here to get paid for fun and all that. You're here to work. So whatever thing they do, they should know that it is still tied to the government one way or the other. And this is all the things that sums up to say, for people to say that, oh, this government was a bad one for us. So I think they should do more, because, well, they're representative, and when you're representing someone or something, you should be able to represent them
And
well.
it's more or less like many people should, like, they should do it, because we should, like, it's more or less like when you I think we said it the other time that when we go to public offices, the only thing that is on our mind is, oh my god, these people are going to frustrate me, it's going to delay me. So it's more or less like there's fear. Let me not have this mindset anytime I'm coming. Let me just believe that, okay, I'm going there, get my things sorted and move out
on time.
I don't need to, like, expect I'll be there. Let me take power bank, let me take food, lunch, brunch, everything.
Let me take enough money.
Let me take water in case. Get up. I know, I got that.
So why is the owner mindset really common in successful private companies, but almost absent in public service? And what can the public sector learn from the private organization that run efficiently?
Okay, so a private sector. Anybody that works for a private sector knows accountability matters.
It's a no-nonsense place.
Let me say it. Firstly, you're clocking in.
Yeah.
You're clocking out. And it's not like you're clocking out. You're dropping a daily report of what you did the whole day. You're dropping a weekly report. There is a progress, a milestone. We have targets that you must meet. So it's more or less like you can't be useless. And there is that phrase that you quoted. It doesn't work in a private sector.
No, it doesn't.
You will not get paid. So Oga must sell.
If your Oga did not
sell, you ain't collecting shishi. So it's more or less like there are milestones, there are targets, and accountability is so dear to them. It's more or less like you can't just you cannot just say you won't show up.
Yeah.
On like public service, you can just say, you will tell your auntie me. But in a private setup, how do you want to say that and you will not tell the Oga? Like I guess that's why we have an HR.
Yeah.
Why you won't tell you? And I think public service, not all of them have like HR.
Yeah.
They just have like head of department. So head of department can double up as HR. That's one thing. They are clear difference.
The head of department will want you guys to deliver on your job.
Yeah, not like, okay, fine. I don't care about your health.
I don't care about
so
your
it's almost
health,
like most of them don't show up at work and all of that. But in the private settings, we have targets that we must meet. Let's say, okay, fine, the first quarter we must do something. The second quarter we must do something, which I don't think is very, very, I won't say effective in this public service office. It's more or less like they might have target, but what are they even doing? What are they ensuring to make it like work effective? They can have structure in place. I don't even follow in the structure. That is one thing private sector has. Everything they follow it to the T. So it's not like, okay, you can't do anyhow.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way. You can't do anyhow because everything has a structure. You have to clock in this particular time. You must leave at this particular time. And you know that, okay, even if you don't come early, there is fine to it.
Yeah.
There will be a deduction from your
Probably
salary.
200 or 500.
Yeah, there will be a deduction from your first salary. But probably say you see some people coming in. You that you need
10
their help,
a.m.
they'll come in 10 a.m. Like, Mr. Musa will see day. Why? Mr. Musa doesn't come. They'll be like, he doesn't come around 9. He comes around by 10. And you'll be like, working one Friday. He doesn't come on Friday. No, Friday. He doesn't come. Hello. As how now? Are they paying you not to come on Fridays?
Yeah.
Which you cannot do in the private sector. You will tell your guy, sir, I don't come on Fridays. All right. Why? And because of,
should we remove it from your salary?
No, they won't remove it, because why would they even? Do you get a termination letter? Why would they even, like, they don't baby you. That's one thing. They don't, because it's more or less like, if you are not okay with how we treat you, if you're not okay with the system, leave. Another person will definitely come, which is not applicable in a public office, because the government is there, we are here, so let us do it how we like. So it's more or less like all these things that like are very, very effective, like the fact that milestone, target, accountability, let it be effective in the same in all these public offices.
You know, I was talking to someone who went to a public hospital to collect glasses, and then this person went around 7 a.m. in the morning, and she left the house before 7 a.m. around 6:30, and you know, around 12 p.m. How far have you gotten your glasses? Oh no, they've not gotten to our number. And then when the person called back, I was like, okay, like, why did you go that early? She was like, there are some people that slept overnight.
Because
like some people, some people came in like earlier, so they slept overnight and all that. And the people that were attend to them would not get in till around 9, 10.
And they will just come in. And when they come in, and the thing is that
if they did not meet you, they will fight you.
And another thing is that it's not like when they come, they'll be like, okay, all right, I'm sorry. No, apologize. They won't even apologize.
No.
That's number one. And another thing, it's not like they'll say, oh, let me start work immediately. No. They will eat,
relax.
They will eat, just to give their friends, the tea that happened last night in their neighborhood. They're not like,
I know. She number one.
They will not start, being hostile. Like, man,
you get me for this.
Here. You make us here. So, okay, knowing how deep this problem is, what will it realistically take to shift from "it is not my job" so this is our responsibility?
All right. Changing the culture requires a system, not motivational speech. Like, you guys need to do better.
Do better. You can do it. Let's look at our competitor. They are doing better. No,
that cannot
work.
Bro,
drop incentive.
So, system actually shape behavior. And when we have a wrong and bad system, of course, down to the gardener is going to affect everybody. So in order to like shift from, it's not my job, so this is our responsibility, we need to model accountability. Like, yes, everybody needs to be accountable to someone. So you as a junior staff, you're accountable to your senior staff. The senior staff is accountable to someone. That person is accountable to someone till it gets to the government.
Even the government is not accountable
to the people. So
like
everybody must be held accountable in all of this, and also there must be measurement of progress. So as a staff, what were you able to achieve this quarter? What did you do differently? How did you attend to them? How did the people that you attended to this? And I think I would also recommend this feedback box. So how does the people perceive you throughout this quarter? What was your
that's one thing private sector feedback.
So imagine you Madam Tinuade did not treat you well, and you wrote it that Madam Tinuade did not treat me, and this feedback box is logged. The only person that has access to it is senior executive. So you know that there is nothing you can do.
But the thing is, it's more or less like people want to like yield for the like when maybe the guy
is your auntie.
So okay.
And also there should be training. They should train all of them. I know they go for training.
They do that.
They go for training. But I feel the training is more of the tasks you handle, not your personality, your behavior towards the people you attend to. So I feel more training should be focused on that. As much as they are being trained on, okay, this is the next level. We're already making use of technology in this aspect of our organization. But then when you're doing these two, this is how you treat the people. Let them be aware of it. And if you don't treat them well, this is what you get. So
Yeah.
for negligence too, there should be consequence for it. So if you do something wrong, you're paying for it. And if you do something right, of course, there's an incentive coming at the end of the month.
That's it.
All of these just come together to better our country and make life easier for everyone, because when lives become easy for the citizens, it's generally like the government and the country is good. So this is us talking to everybody in public service. Do well by the citizen. You're the government representative and you're supposed to represent them well. We've heard the citizen talk a lot about our government, how bad the government is. But then if you're doing your quota, whereof you're attending to them very well, maybe there might be a little bit of change. And let us move from it is not my job to our responsibility, because this makes everything efficient and effective. And then we just start to see progress. We've seen private organizations do well because everybody takes up the task. Nobody's waiting for one person to do one thing before it gets done. Everybody's coming together to do it. So let's have that teamwork when it comes to public service, knowing fully well that we're attending to a lot of people. So this is to medical doctors, nurses in public hospitals, the people in the ministries, the people in government offices. They're not going to be there for a very long time, right? So knowing that, attend to the people quite well, treat them well. They're also kings and queens. And like they used to say, treat your customer right, because they are always right. So please treat the citizens right. They deserve to be treated well and treated as a citizen of the country. And that will be all on today's episode of Vigilant Podcast, where we talk civic matters and discuss from other people's perspective. And today we talked about public service and how to treat the people. I'm your host, Olaito Babatunde, and with me in the studio has been Olaito Adebayo. Thank you for joining me, girl. And until the next, guys, do have a wonderful day.